that the black ball was nowhere near the red when it went through the hoop. It was really clever.
All right, so yellow takes on the hoop
But there you
and
go.
lands it nicely. Yeah.
Within a minute of the Leicester brilliance, we have a beautiful shot by Darren positioning his yellow, and he capitalises to make it 4-all. So a great game unfolding here.
Yep, we're back to level, and Leicester first ball to hoop 9.
A little short.
And it's a little bit short, but
Yeah.
it's not bad.
Darren staying deep. Yeah, nice shot.
Oh, black, very nice there, blocking red's opportunity for the hoop by the look of it too.
Yep. Well, Darren is not worried about the blue, but the blue.
I think he's put the yellow in his own way for clearing black.
Yeah,
Leicester's assessing the situation there.
He has. Yeah, the red's not going to be able to clear the black very easily. Can't see exactly how much it can see through it.
Good afternoon, Gareth and Trish. How are you both?
Oh, good afternoon, Serena. You join us at a very intriguing point in this game. Leicester going for a little cover there, and he's actually played a very nice shot, stopping the red completely from seeing the black now. So yes, a very interesting position in this game, 4-all. And I will hand you over to partner Trish to see the conclusion of the game.
Thank you, Gareth. Goodbye for now. And hello, Serena. We were just watching Darren catching up quite nicely. Leicester started off at 2-0, and Darren has made some very good shots to catch up. But I think this time Leicester's going to run the hoop and sneak ahead.
Yes, I've watched all the play this morning. I mean, it's quite a big event, really, to play 11 games over 2 days, isn't it? They've got this round-robin format for the Owen Edwards Golf Croquet Challenge Cup. Yes, I think this is a terrific game. I've watched it from the start.
Both clearing very well and mixing it up with some very good positioning shots as well.
Just when you think Leicester's getting ahead, Darren just doggedly comes back, doesn't he? Yeah.
That's a great shot. He's pretty reliable on the hoops too. He can land a ball that far out and pretty much guarantee that he's going to run it. And then Leicester can just sneak in front of him. We've seen good jumps from Leicester and some good clearances from both of them.
And what a difference to see players just in shirt sleeves, eh, or in short sleeves after the last weekend.
Yeah, last weekend I don't think I took my wet weather gear off at all. It was cold as well, so it's really nice to see them playing in fine conditions and the courts playing so nicely too.
Okay, I'm not quite sure what Darren was doing there. Perhaps you know, Tricia.
Well, he looked like he was moving the ball in on the line that he was going to hit, as though something was in his way, but I can't think of anything that could have been except that marker peg, which he's entitled to move. So I'm not sure what that was. Lester just checking that he's got a backswing there.
We found that our Croquet Victoria's headquarters have become quite built in over the last couple of years, and there's some new units up. They're going to have a wonderful view of these games, aren't they?
You think you might like to own one of those and sit up there and watch from there? They probably wonder what on earth we're doing, because croquet's not a game that a lot of people know much about. Maybe we'll collect some more players.
That was good clearance from Darren, wasn't it? Kept his ball near the hoop and sent Lester quite a way away.
Yeah, it'd be difficult to get good position from where he sent him to.
Mhm. I imagine they've played each other quite a few times, these two players, haven't they, Tricia?
Well, they know each other's game well because they've been teammates
Ooh.
in the Interstate Shield.
Mm.
Darren lives about as far away from Canley as you can get in a straight line north. He's Daniliquin, and Leicester's down at Williamstown. Leicester's put in a great deal of work here at the Croquet Centre with the mowing and maintenance of the courts.
Yes, one of a largish band of volunteers that, and it's not only the courts, is it? It's the maintenance and cleaning of the building and the scheduling of contractors and visiting, and there's just so much to it. I mean, even to clean those windows has got to be a bit of a job.
Yeah.
Viewing windows.
Yes, Owen Dickinson's also part of that team. All right, Leicester's got to decide whether he's going to try and dislodge the red from behind.
Really, that's his only option, isn't it? Oh, no.
Well, no, he must have decided that it's not going to be able to run,
the hoop.
and yeah, and he thinks that he's in jumping position.
Darren looking where blue is, tempting a block, do you think?
Probably. Yes. An unsuccessful clearance there, so I'd imagine Red's just going to run that hoop and level up the score.
Quite a casual player, isn't Darren? You know, middle of a game, I'll have a chat to somebody that's playing on the next court. No, that's fine.
So we're at 5-all, and that blue ball will be offside, but I'm not sure whether Darren has drifted it to anywhere yet.
Mm-hmm.
He may have decided that over in the corner is about where it should stay.
Yes, you don't always have to send it to the penalty area continuation.
No, sometimes it's best to leave it where it is. So Darren's is putting in high. Yes, there we go. Leicester's been sent to the other side.
Oh, right.
Still the same distance from the hoop.
Obviously, Darren will think that he'll clear his black ball with clear Leicester's black with his own red.
I'd say so.
And we've got a pigeon on the court.
Those are the little crested pigeons. They're very funny.
And we just saw a shot then of Gary Phipps, the only interstate player with us today, isn't he? West Australia, if I'm right.
West Australia, Murabinda, yes. Well, Darren technically is interstate. He's from Daniliquin, but he plays Victoria. That's a neat little shot.
Yes, but what's his tactical thought there, Tricia?
I really don't know. Leicester's
Well,
examining
we're not on the
from all
court.
angles. Mm. Well, Serena, I think this is the only thing Leicester could do is clear that yellow, but it's a longish shot, but very well done. Of course, black stays there and yellow comes back, so he's
Well,
Darren
obviously Darren was expecting it. He was in the right spot to collect it as it went off the court. So a big hit towards blue, do you think?
I'd say so, yes.
Oh.
And it's a miss. And it's past halfway to the next hoop as well. Lisa's been doing a little bit of that, checking the hoop.
Sometimes you've got to think that it's the decision you made 2 or 3 rotations of colour ago that's lost you this hoop, isn't it?
Yes. You can often have a lot of things to regret. That was a nice big one, and it's got fairly well down, but still gives Darren a chance to position in front of the next hoop and hidden by the peg.
Oh, stop.
Just a little bit too far, Serena.
Yes, we do talk to the balls.
Well, Lester seems to be way away, but so far nothing's right in front of the hoop, so he can hang out a little bit so that red can't hit him, but get position to run.
Yes, and now we have a flock on the court. Flock of pigeons.
They do get out of the way. They keep an eye on the balls.
Perhaps it's a testament to how fertile the soil is that they're finding food.
I was wondering what on earth they were eating. I've gone up to them to have a look, and it looks like there's just little tiny bits of grass. There's no seeds.
Oh, what happened then?
Blue hit.
It was
I think blue hit yellow, but I'm not sure where yellow went.
Oh. Well, this is the trouble with trying to video croquet, isn't it? You don't know whether to follow the ball or to stay at the hoop or follow the player.
Well, they do a pretty good job, and we often get a really good camera angle. Yeah,
we've had some wonderful camera angles.
So Darren just casually pops red up, hoping to block black's passage to the hoop. And at the moment, Leicester is up 6-5, so this is quite an important hoop.
A jump shot, do you think?
I'm not sure that he's going to need it.
Well, they're not shaking hands or bumping fists, so it must have missed.
Yes, it missed the hoop and the red. I thought it must have. He must have been going for one or the other, so presumably it was the hoop. But Darren's now got 2 balls sitting in front of the hoop that would level the score. And Leicester attempts a clearance, but not successful with blue. So red should be able to run this hoop. But then we're going to hoop 13. So there's a few tactical decisions here to be made. If Darren's decided to use one of the fiddle at hoop 12 shots, he'd really like to be easily up to hoop 13 after this.
So you're thinking if Leicester misses red, no, if Leicester misses red, then Darren will take yellow up to the halfway line to 13.
Probably, yes.
Well, let's just see if we're right.
So Leicester's now offside for the next hoop, and Darren can go to level with the peg, or just this side of the peg, with yellow. And blue is really not going to be able to do anything about red. It could probably also go to the halfway.
Bit of discussion about where the ball went out, across the boundary.
Yes, that's right. Now he's got to decide whether he wants to interfere with yellow's shot by getting across near yellow, but that of course makes him vulnerable to yellow. But if red gets really good position, yellow can stymie the blue.
Nestle up behind, do you think?
Or in front.
Big shot at the yellow from Leicester? Or just a halfway placement shot, positional shot? No. Oh.
I'm a bit at loss here. What happened with red? I didn't see any shot with red. Blue came across in yellow, and the next one was black. Yeah, maybe he did.
Do you think Darren was working really hard to get black as far away from hoop 13 as he could?
Well, where it was offside, so I don't know quite what he's doing. He's now trying to block yellow, trying to interfere with blue, or hit off blue to leave.
Hit off blue to go to 13?
Yeah.
Probably not as far as he wanted.
Well, it means that blue has to go back lower than yellow, because yellow's legally past the halfway, and blue now has to play, so it's got to go back. So Darren's doing a lot of the hoop 12 fiddles. Tactically, it's very, very interesting at this stage, because Darren really does need this hoop and the next one, so he's trying to ensure that hoop 13 is his. Leicester's going to say, okay, I'm going to fire at yellow and try and shift it. Because from where he is, he'll be not offside when he finishes.
An important stroke. He's taking his time.
In a game of golf croquet, I think every single shot is important, isn't it? It's very hard to keep your concentration for a string of games on the one day. So he's managed to move yellow to a position that's not so advantageous to it, but it won't be offside because it was blue that put it there.
Are we looking to actually make the hoop now, Darren?
Looks like it.
Yep.
Okay, so black's to play next, and black is, as you said, as far away from hoop 13 as it could possibly be. But I don't think all of those manoeuvres really helped Darren.
No,
So
that
jigsaw.
clearance of the yellow by Leicester really upset his plans, didn't it? Because he
It
had a
did.
shorter shot to hoop 13. Yeah. Now Leicester's in front and Darren's on the back foot. Mind you, it's an excellent game.
Yeah, yes. And Darren was looking to get closer to hoop 13 and in black's way. Leicester now can put in another ball for hoop 13, knowing that he can clear Darren's ball. So it's a little bit dicey for Darren now.
Yes, that's
Red's going to have to
great shot.
clear that ball. Red can see it. He's going to have to hit it.
Well, we're thinking that black will take out yellow and then yellow will have a very stressful shot on blue.
I think that's what Leicester's played for. He wants a very good clearance on yellow, as far away as possible and preferably hidden from blue.
Oh, almost made the
quite
hoop.
what he wanted.
We'll have to name them soon or give them a position on the scoreboard. Count them as entries to the event.
They're the gatecrackers. Oh, Darren, this is a bit do or die, this one.
Yes, yes.
He can only shift blue to the boundary, but he wants it so that he can't run that hoop. He's very good at these shots.
Hit his own ball, did he? No.
No, it didn't hit the blue, so.
So far be it for a commentator who's not on the court, but to have any criticism. But I think this game was really about that hoop 11, wasn't it? The decisions they made then.
Yes, and the hoop 12, the shot that solved it for Leicester was that hoop 13 clearance, but no. Oh, well, stranger things have happened, haven't they? I think most of these players have made the more difficult hoops, but we've seen some incredible misses, not so much in this game, but in the earlier games, with what looked like an easy hoop being missed, but what looked like a difficult hoop being easily achieved. There it is. Wow. What an amazing ending. Oh, wow, 7-6. He couldn't get much closer than that. And a couple of times we'd given up on it. We said, no, that's it, Leicester's game, and there we are. So you can never tell. That was a great hoop. Well done to both of them, I think, Serena.
Absolutely. Great game. Oh, yes, it was seesawing. Darren must be counting his Christmas presents.
I wonder who Darren plays next. I haven't got the order of play here, but Darren's had 3 wins now, and Gary Phipps is on 3 wins, and Lester's on 2 wins. We've got quite a strong field. Gary Phipps, I think, is number 2 in Australia at the moment. Is that right? And
Well, certainly be up there.
Owen and Shane are well up there, and Lester. I haven't seen Janine play before. I don't know where she's at, but Julie was selected to play for Victoria last year, and Helen Gammon.
Well, I believe that Janine stepped in for somebody who had to withdraw. So we're thankful for that,
That's
to
good.
keep the draw going along smoothly.
Yes.
Richard Hinkst has also, if we go to Croquet scores, we can see that he's also had 3 wins. Now, he's somebody that's playing a lot, progressing through the ranks.
So he's had a win against Owen Dickens and Lester and Janine. So, yes. And he's from Williamstown Club, the same club as Lester. I think that they've got 2 lovely courts and quite a few strong players there. So you'll often find a little nest of good players coming from one club.
And there we see Gary Phipps going for his hoop. So Gary's playing Helen, I think. Helen Gammon, is it? From Ivanhoe Park?
Yes. Yes, I think that's so. So we're looking
just
at
up.
hoop 1 still, are we? Oh no, there's a lot of hoops on. Must be hoop 8. There's an attempt at the hoop and quite a good one, but it was rejected. Okay, Gary is 5-2 up. There's a casual little clearance there. All 3 balls on the boundary.
So we're thinking that they're in their 4th game now, and we'd expect them to play at least 6 for the day, Tricia?
How many have we got in the field?
12, I think.
Well, it's 12, so they're all playing 11 games, so it's probably 6-5. 6 today, 5 tomorrow. I think Helen might have been a bit disappointed that that blue ball didn't end up in running position.
Helen was also in the Interstate Shield this year, wasn't she, in Adelaide?
Yes, Julianne Helen, yes.
Oh, maybe a block.
I think so. And that's a nice clearance. Red clearing black so that it can't clear the yellow.
Yes, I was just keen to have a look at Gary Phipps's mallet, and yes, you can see it there. From memory, he does have that little kink at the top to ease the wrist strain, doesn't he? He has a modified mallet.
Yeah. I know Ian Demurg had one with quite a big zigzag in the top, but it isn't common. Gary looks like he's playing with Ian's old mallet, but maybe it's one that he's made similarly. They're not off the shelf mallets, those ones. So that's what you aim for with the clearance. Your ball stays in position when the other ball, the opponent ball, travels far away, and he executed that really well.
The red ball's off the boundary though, isn't it? So Helen's
Yes.
got a chance here.
Yes. She hasn't got anything that can run the hoop just yet, though.
So the draw for this event, again dominated by entries from men. Only have 3 women in the 12. We're seeing that a lot, aren't we? Some competitions.
Yes, the men can hit hard. Well, a lot of the women can too, but the men can hit hard, do the good clearances, and sometimes the women are not quite up to the same standard. So they'll often play a slightly different game, depending a bit more on touch. Doesn't pay off all the time because the men can see them so far away.
It's just the number of, the ratio of entries, male to female. We often find it dominated by
So
men.
perhaps the
on the
women
draw.
choose not to enter, or perhaps they ended up in ranked positions for this one. If they get too many entries, they would probably accept the top.
Tricia, that was a lovely shot.
Great clearance, yes. Helen still has 2 balls closer to the hoop than Gary does. So he's just coming in at a safe distance so that he can still control the centre if he happens to put a ball in running position. And Helen also hanging out a little bit to make that clearance a little more difficult. But of course it also makes the hoop running a little more difficult. A bit of jockeying for position here. We walk a very long way during a game of a good game of golf, Croquet.
Or 6 good games in any one day.
They'll all be pretty tired tonight. So blue blocking yellow's path to the hoop, but red will simply clear blue.
Do you think black will come in closer to the hoop then?
Well, black either clears yellow or blocks its path to the hoop or has a go at the hoop. We've got 3 choices every time here. The trouble with this is you clear black and black clears yellow and yellow's next to play, so yellow comes back. Gary was clearing the ball that wasn't next to play, so it couldn't come back. So he's managed to do a switcheroo. He's now got 2 balls close to the hoop, and Helen's got 2 not close to the hoop. Oh, very good position.
Oh.
He's forced to clear. Black once again. You've got to decide whether it's necessary to clear the yellow or can she block it or can she just ignore it and take position, which would probably be the last option.
Clearance shot?
Looks like it, yep. And Gary's really putting the pressure on here. Always got a ball that can run. Nice clearance. But once again,
7
yellow
yards.
will just come back.
Yes, this constant bringing your ball back to the front of the hoop places a great deal of pressure on the opponent, doesn't it? Instead
Yes,
of sort of
that
being
one
the leader,
wasn't
you're
quite,
actually
yeah, it wasn't quite enough that time. So Helen said, well, okay, I'll just put the ball in. You have to clear me now.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they have to often think, what, 2 or 3 rotations of colours ahead, don't they?
Oh, yes. And Helen's assessing now whether she needs to clear, whether she can just put a ball in, because certainly yellow's next to play and it can clear blue.
Oh, lovely.
Good shot.
Mm. You think he thought, my yellow's gone too far?
Probably. Does leave her free to come back into the hoop area, and there's no ball right there ready to clear her. So if this lands right in position, just a bit off. Mm.
It's amazing how quickly a game can change, isn't it? Who's dominant at the hoop?
Yes. And Helen really needs this hoop at 2-5 down, but she's done some very accurate clearances. Just has to manage to get close enough to the hoop. Another good clearance.
Oh,
Not sure why
yes.
she felt it necessary to do that. She must have thought that yellow was definitely going to clear blue. Sometimes it's worth putting another ball in that can run the hoop so that your opponent has to choose. But yeah, she's got them all lined up like ducks.
Mm. Do you think she has actually blocked? Black is blocking yellow's path to blue. Yes.
Yeah, but whether that's a problem, I don't know, because it looks to me like blue's a bit too angry for the hoop.
Yes. Very good croquet term, that. Angly.
And that time, Gary hit the ball that wasn't next to play, the black one. So leaves her free to have a go at the hoop.
An attempt at a jaws, do you think?
I don't know Helen's game well enough to know how hard she hits the hoops. It looked like she was trying the hoop to me. Either way, it bounced off to the side.
Oh,
nice,
that might.
Nice promotion.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh. That would have been a lucky in-off, that one.
quite a luxury, isn't it, to be able to play singles on a court without double banking.
Makes it much easier to concentrate, Serena.
And less interruption to your flow, waiting for people to cross over at hoops and things.
Mm. Of course, we do have a couple of four-court complexes in Victoria, but this is the only 12-court complex used as headquarters.
Well, there is a country club in the United States that will soon have 24 courts.
Well, I hope they've got enough players to fill them. Very accurate.
Again, yes, absolutely.
This is turning into a marathon.
This hoop, yes.
Mm. So we've got the situation now where if red goes in for position and black clears yellow, then blue is poised to clear red. So it's doing another rotation, I think.
Mm.
Yeah, it looks like he's trying for the hoop.
Oh,
Nope.
I believe that Owen Edwards will be attending the event tomorrow.
Ah, the event is named after Owen, isn't it? Is he also Ivanhoe Park, where Helen plays?
I think he is. I'll double check. Yes, and yes, apparently he is from Ivanhoe Park. So, I mean, there's a wonderful big trophy for this event. And he's done such a lot for croquet in Victoria and Australia.
And this is the first event, isn't it? The first time this event's been held.
No, second.
Yeah.
Robert Fletcher, our last year's defending champion, isn't with us, and I suspect that's probably because he's concentrating on preparing for an upcoming big international event. Do you think, Tricia?
I'd say so. He wouldn't be available for this event because so much of his time is taken up with training for the McRobertson Shield, and also he is running a business interstate. So I think his time would be very measured at the moment.
But he did very well last year. He won both Robert Fletcher, he won both the Brian Writer Association Croquet Challenge, and he won very soon afterwards the Owen Edwards Croquet Challenge. So had two big matching trophies in the trophy cabinet at home. Now, has this changed? What's happening here? We're going to change who's dominant.